Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So, still moving on with an upwards. We did get a bit of rejection, what looks like rejection here with this pin bar, but until we break below that pin bar, there is nothing on offer here for anything indicating this might be a top. And see a lot of comments trying to second guess a top at the moment. Don't fall for that trap, guys. That's exactly what the institutions want you to do. They want you to believe all the noise that you're reading. They want you to believe that it is going to fall, because what it does is it forces you to jump in the opposite direction of what the trend is and then leave your stops out. And there's many of us out there that have lost a lot of money falling into that trap. So ignore the noise. I keep saying it. Do not listen to the noise. This is an upward trend and it's up until it's not. And right now, from a technical perspective, it is up and it is ranging sideways. And typically when that does happen, you have a more of a likelihood of a break to the upside and a continuation than a fall. So trying to second guess a fall of 700 points or something because you believe it's happening, don't fall into that trap, people. You are going to burn yourselves. So if we start looking at the 8 hour at the moment, we are sideways, so there's nothing really going on here. I just want to get to the weekly because there is a reason why we are bouncing, and you can see this is the zone. It's quite a big zone. This is the last line of defense that we are attacking right now, and that is 15,279. We are getting the crossovers on the weekly here as well. Oscillators pointing up. Nothing here is indicating we are going to stop moving upwards anytime soon. So it doesn't matter what the analysts are saying. It doesn't matter what data is being released. The only truth is price, and this is what you're paying attention to. When we start drilling down through these time frames, so if you look at the 3 hour, a bit of a rejection that came in yesterday, strong uptrend. We do have diversion, so there's lots of signals which are indicating this could move to the downside, but you need to wait for that signal to play out. So at this stage, that is going to be a break below the lows of this week, and even that doesn't indicate a downtrend. That still is solidly in the uptrend. You're going to need to see these moving averages cross over and a move to the downside. And if you just go back into history here, you can see there's a downtrend for 2 weeks, almost 2.5 weeks, but we drop below the moving averages, reject them, and they move down. When you see them far apart like this, look what happens. We go sideways, but until we drop below that 155, that trend is still moving to the upside. And even when we did drop here, it was short-lived before climbing back into the uptrend. So this is a strong uptrend. I would not pay attention to anybody that is trying to second guess a move to the downside at the moment. Okay, so we are volatile. It is earnings at the moment, so it's earnings seasons that we're in the midst of, and we had a couple of bad earnings which would impact, well, financial earnings, which would have impacted Dow Jones, and obviously the DAX and the Dow do follow suit, so that's kind of here. We did have some German data yesterday as well, so it also created a bit of volatility. But the point here is you can see the sellers try to drive it down and the buyers immediately pull it back up. Okay, so for me, I'm looking for structure, and the closest bit of structure right now, I'm going to leave this level in. That is a weekly level at 15,279, so pay attention to it, because to the second attempt at the moment, I would expect some kind of a pullback, and this is the zone that I'd be waiting for. That is the current low of the morning, so that is what I would expect at the moment. So that's 15,158. Pull back into that zone. I'm looking for another move to 15,279. So it should be something in the region of a 30 to 40 pip stop loss, and we should be looking at about 100 point move to the upside. So that's kind of the only trade that I can see right now. If we just drop to the 15 minutes, you can see the volatility that we had yesterday. So US market was kind of all over the place. the morning session was also all over the place, but that was the data that we were waiting for. Then we started getting this upward trend, exhaustion bar up to that weekly level, pullback and sideways. And now we've got another big move after hours. There's something happening in, I think, pretty much Japan that's driving this at the moment. Haven't had a chance to look at it because it's been happening while I've been doing the videos. So something has happened. Probably the Japanese central bank has done something. So this, to me, pullback on structure is what I'd be looking for. And I'm just going to add another little level here because this swing high tail here, it was respected yesterday. It dropped below. We came into close after hours. The close during the session would have been above this level. So that is the next area I'd be paying attention to. So 15,182, 15,158, that is the area I'm looking for a pullback onto for another attempt at this weekly level of 15,279. And the last thing is reclaiming this weekly level on the weekly charts. Reclaiming that with a weekly close above that. Remember, we have an inverse head and shoulders structure in play here. That starts taking out this area here. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. Not that cautious, to be honest with you. Looking for the pullback, looking for opportunity to buy. It's only when we start dropping below the lows of the week at the moment that I would change my tune right now. And even then, when I do change my tune, it's going to be a short-term retracement rather than anything else. So go with the trend. That's all I'm saying. Your hour is your friend here. You can see how strong this is. These moving averages are just pointing to the upside. We are quite far apart or far away from the 155. So this is a pretty strong uptrend. Diversions, there's lots indicating that it could be a top, but it's not a top until it's a top. Simple as that. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of my view today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.